Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to Ball Knowledge Unscripted. I'm your boy Kareem. That's my man Jason, and we're here to talk all things ball. What's going on, brother?
Much. What's happening with you?
Hey, man. I finally took my bag off my head. I was been crying all morning. You know, um, went to go see my therapist, so I'm better now. I'm better now.
Yeah,
So
that was a
you know,
tough one. That was a tough one last night. That was hard to watch.
I think it's your fault.
Um, that being, I mean that I certainly believe my actions can affect the outcome of a game. I believe it
Yeah,
happens on
yeah.
Saturdays sometimes. That's why I wear the same shirts and everything. Um, but and I hate to be this guy. I really do. Um, but we had a conversation weeks ago.
We did.
And that conversation, unfortunately, is not on film. But we had a conversation about the way that offense is running and how, and you said the right thing that is a collection of guys that don't care about stats and all of that. And I believe that. I do. I mean, Saquon proved that he could be the all-time season leader in rushing yards if he wanted it. And he was loud, he was like, said that's well documented that he was like, no, get those young boys out there, get them some playing time.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
do believe that. That being said, that's easier when you're winning.
That is
It's
true.
it's
That is true.
easier to embrace the team concept and the um, army of one, if you will,
There we go.
concept when you're winning.
Absolutely.
When the losing starts, that's when the finger pointing happens. And I know I'm not sure if you saw it, but did you see last night on television towards the end of that game? One, I was blown away that they kind of mailed it in and subbed out for Saquon there in the end. I thought that was, I don't know, like, because it wasn't, I mean, if there was like 8.5 minutes there, if you hurry up and score, it wasn't like they were down by 30, you know. That was a bit of a head scratcher. But did you see the footage of AJ Brown and Devontae Smith sitting on the bench doing the towel over the, and they were talking. They were conversating. And
It was not a great game at all. I thought last night I was gonna have to send G some tissues and chocolates to console him for all of his New York teams getting blasted.
yeah,
And I'm the one who need the tissue and the chocolates. But I blame you because that finger that you have on that board, you were showing me how it worked
yeah, yeah.
and you threw it and it landed on the Giants.
It
So that
did.
is why I blame
It
you.
is, and I will take full responsibility
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
for those actions because had that been my team up there and I accidentally threw that on the and it worked out, I would blame myself. I would be
Yeah,
writing a
yeah.
letter right now to the president of University of Michigan, asking, begging for forgiveness.
Yeah, when we post this, I'm sending this to Nick Sirianni. So he will understand this is 100% your fault. And then the other 100%, because everybody has to get a whole lot of this, goes to KP, Kevin Petula.
Well, I was going to say, if you are sending videos, then let me add on a couple things and send this one to him.
Okay,
One, um, utilize your running back
please.
more than I still think yesterday, first half, I think he had 10 carries in the first half for, I don't remember the numbers off the top of my head, but I am going, at some point, when I have some free time, I'm going to look up last night's game on YouTube because this is going to sound awful to you, I'm sure. I want to rewatch it because just off the top of my head, I'm guessing the number is somewhere between 5 and 8 times he had Saquon kind of open out there out in the side flat, and he could have hit him. Yes, that where he had Saquon out there just sitting there, where he'd chip a block and then he had him, and he didn't take it. Now, and this has nothing to do, I promise, this has nothing to do with my fantasy. If he was not on my fantasy team, I would feel the same way. But why are you not? And I mean, I thought there were a couple balls. It was great that they got AJ Brown more involved. I thought that was great. I still think AJ Brown's a big body receiver. I wouldn't mind seeing a couple more 50-50 balls and let him fight for him. I mean, it's the
Absolutely.
NFL, so all you got to do is work the guy, and it at least it's going to be PI.
Absolutely.
But I just felt like there were wasted opportunities. Now, I get, obviously, when you get down multiple scores, you can't sit there and just run the rock in the second half. I get it.
Yeah.
But, the fact of the matter is, ever since Patullo has been there, I can't think of a certain person, anybody on that offense, where their stats haven't regressed this year.
No, everybody's stats have.
I mean, even though they were winning early, I don't know, it didn't look the same.
No. And you're absolutely right about it because my argument has been Kellen Moore needed 5 weeks to figure out the weapons he had and, utilize them properly. Patullo has had 5 weeks, now 6. And he still hasn't figured out what he has. He hasn't, and I've said this before, when we're on script, however many plays are scripted, 10, 15, 20, however many plays, when we're on script, we look unstoppable. And you can see that in the last 2 first halves. Jalen Hurts had over 100 yards passing in the first half. Last week against Tampa Bay, same thing. But it's so crazy because where does the creativity come into play? Where does, all right, this is the flow of the game. We need to do this or we need to do this. Like defensively, we were getting minimum pressure on Jackson Dart. Like Jackson Dart looked like a future Hall of Famer last night.
I mean, you got to give the kid some pride. He looked good.
Yeah. And my thing, I was yelling at my TV, keep him in the pocket. If you keep him in the pocket, everything would have been just fine. But keep him in the pocket. No lane discipline. Now, granted, Quinyon Mitchell was out. Jalen Carter was out. We was trying to get Kobe Dean back in the midst because he's back from injury from last year. So, a lot of injuries around. That's the one thing that we had last year. We didn't have any injuries. And so it's like, I want to be like, okay, calm down, pump the brakes, still week 6. But at the same time, I want to be like, what the are we doing?
Yeah, 100%. I think, especially when I don't know. I mean, luckily, you got to go to Minnesota, and then you get the Giants again. So that'll be interesting, but it doesn't get easier.
No. We have one of the hardest schedules in the NFL this year.
I mean, especially for the next, Packers, Lions. I mean, the Cowboys. I'm not a Cowboys guy, but they can be, you don't want to give them any room. That Bears team. I feel like that Bears team is like, for some reason, I don't know why they're as bad as they are, but and then the Chargers. Like, I mean, that's a West Coast game. Got to go all the way out to. So, I don't know.
I think at the start of the season we had the 3rd hardest schedule in the league.
And I think they'll figure it out. I think too. This is, it's similar to the conversation I have with my dad. Every team, that same thing. I think I said last week. Every team is going to lose between 2 and 4 games. It certainly doesn't mean they're out of it. But if I'm a Philly fan, it's a little alarming, right?
Yeah.
It's a little. You're looking at it. You're thinking, why did they look like that last night?
Yeah.
With that much talent.
And then another thing was, I'm not a fan of excuses, right? But you play the Broncos Sunday, right? Short week, got to play the Giants, and you already have turmoil. You're not clicking on all cylinders. But that first half, when you came out, yes, we go in the locker room down 3. But everybody was eating. Saquon's first 2 rushes went for 18 and 15? So it's like we stopped being aggressive. And that's one thing that I've been saying It's like we're playing not to lose instead of playing to win. And that's one thing that I do not agree on. But luckily, like you say, we have the Vikings, we have the Giants, then we have a bye. I believe we could win those two games, get back on track, and go into the bye, regroup ourselves, and go on a nice run. Because I mean, yes, it's murderer's row, but I believe we can. I believe we could beat every team that's ahead of us if we're playing at our A game. You know, it's like I said before. Um, we're not defending champions. We're reigning champions. When the Giants don't get our Super Bowl rings from last year because they beat us, the Broncos don't get them. So everybody expecting, hey, y'all won the Super Bowl last year. It should be that. Yeah, but you have to realize this is another offensive coordinator for Jalen Hurts. Like, he hasn't had the same offensive coordinator since he was in high school. So it's going to take time, but to look like this is kind of alarming.
Yeah, for sure. I think I don't know. Like I say, they're going to get it ironed out. Um, they're still the class of the NFC. Like I'm not ready to. They're not being dethroned from the head of the NFC at this point. I still think they're the best team. I think Detroit's going to have a little bit to say about that, and I think Tampa this year is going to have a little bit to say about that. But as of right now, I'm not ready to drop them from their one spot
I agree.
in the NFC. I think they're still that team. Every team goes through a valley. That's any season. I don't care if you're playing football, fantasy, or badminton. Like every season has peaks and valleys.
Exactly.
It's how long you allow your team to stay in the valley.
There you go.
Right? So they could come right back out. They could bounce back. Uh, you know, get a good win. They're going to see the Giants very soon. They might annihilate the Giants next time. So I don't. It's alarming, but it's not. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
No, I definitely get it. It's just like the same situation that the Chiefs are in. The Chiefs right now are 2-3.
Oh yeah, and
But
people are
no,
ready to
but
burn it down.
exactly. And people are ready to burn it down, but it's like, hey, whoa, pump your brakes. You still got Andy Reid. You still got Patrick Mahomes. Like, relax. You still got Rice that's coming back. So, let's give it time to get back to settle the ship, settle the waves in the ocean. But, I mean, we're going to have to get this thing moving because it doesn't look pretty. And if it stays like this, I don't see Petula with a job next year.
Well, and look at it this way too. I mean, last year they had 3 losses. Last year they had
Yeah, yeah,
they had 3 losses the year they lost the Super Bowl. They had 3 years or 3 losses that year. So it's not college of 2015 where you can go and win all your ball games. That's very rare. There's a reason only one team has ever done it and won the Super Bowl. I mean, even the year the Patriots did it, they got smacked around a little bit by the Giants in the Super Bowl. So it's hard. It's the NFL. Everybody's good. Even the worst NFL team, uh, are they're pro players.
yeah.
I don't.
And that's what's awesome about it, man, because there's so much parity and having a salary cap allows this. Now, granted, like us having a salary cap, basically this disassembled our entire team from last year. We lost 10 starters in free agency because we can't pay everybody because of the cap. And if we could, be nothing to pay everybody and have everybody come back, but then you wouldn't be able to have parity across the league because everybody would just pay all their players.
Yeah,
You know,
and that's it's good for the league. That's why the
yeah,
NFL is the best product
yeah,
of all the major sports. That's why until they get a hold on it, this NIL thing will be the downfall of college football as far as parity goes. It's not
yeah.
like
I agree.
college football is not going out of business by any means, but uh, it's gonna become Major League Baseball where it's so top heavy that your middle market and small market teams they're just playing the games and you know
Absolutely.
it really don't matter. But so no, I know it's hard. Believe me, I was rooting last night, bro. I was so like I ain't gonna lie, part of it was fantasy. Um, but part of it, you're my friend, so I want, I don't root. if I have friends that are Buckeye fans, I refuse to root for their team, but I don't root against them in front of them.
There you go. There you go.
So I have a really good friend back in Ohio. He's a big Browns fan, so I'm always hoping the Browns are going to do well. They don't, but no, I was pulling for you because I also know when I meet a fellow fanatic, I know what that's like. I know what it feels like when especially when you lose a game and you feel like you should that's a game.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I get it. So I was rooting for you because I was like, man, I've laid my head on my pillow after those games, and it's like,
yeah, it's tough.
You lay there and you wish you didn't care as much as you do. I have said
absolutely.
That. I mean, I've been as a grown man, I've almost been in tears before. Like, I wish I didn't care.
Yeah.
I wish I could turn it off.
No, absolutely.
And not care. So.
It's kind of tough. You can't. There's no on off switch, man. Once you're in there, man. There's no other way around it.
That's for sure.
But hey, it is what it is.
So in some other interesting news, which is it's not new news now, but Joe Flacco,
Uncle Joe,
on to Cincinnati.
There we go. Just went a couple miles down the road.
On to Cincinnati. Hopped on a Greyhound, I heard.
There you go.
Got there in a shade under 5.5 hours. Stopped like 3 times to go to the bathroom. Yeah. So Joe is not much younger than me.
No, I think Joe might be older than you, buddy. He had to be born in like 1840 or something like that.
Joe is only 40 years old.
By his birth certificate.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah. He's probably 61.
Easy.
Give or take.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's, we'll see what he does.
He's starting this weekend.
Yeah, he is. We'll see. I mean, it can't be any worse, right?
Yeah. Hey, no, because Brownings look like.
I mean, he's pissed, by the way.
Yeah, I saw that. He said he's pissed. But he should just be pissed with himself. Yeah. Because he's looked like hot garbage.
It's better to be pissed off than pissed on.
There we go.
And he's looked like hot garbage, so I don't know what to tell him about that, but I mean, he's on the move again. We'll see what he does. Yeah,
I think this is Joe's last rodeo. I'm glad he get to go out on his shield, because he's Super Bowl champ, come from a small school, made his way in the league. He deserves to go out the way he wants to. Same way with Tom Brady. He was able to go out how he wanted to. I think guys like that deserve that honor, not just be pushed out the league, especially when they've paid their dues.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he's got some games under his belt. He is since leaving Baltimore, he is 10-22 as a starter.
I think that has a lot to do with situations, though.
For sure. I mean, he's got a few Jets years in there.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to skew anybody's win-loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is his second stint with, he had 2 stints with Cleveland.
A little small run with Indy.
Yeah. So anytime you have the Jets, Jets, and the Browns on your resume.
Yeah, you're gonna have some L's.
It's associated with some Elvins, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, but we'll see. But I did see, I think you told me, I hadn't seen it today yet, but Shedeur Sanders up to the 2 spot.
Yeah.
I've got to believe he's going to get some action.
You would think. There was a lot of rumors going around that he might stay at 3, and they bring up old Bailey Zappi from the practice squad. I'm glad that did not happen, because if that did happen, I would tell Shedeur to retire from the NFL. Because if you can't start over Bailey Zappi, you do not need to be in the league.
Yeah, that's bad business.
Yeah, that's very bad business. But, he's moved up to QB2. He's saying all the right things, according to his teammates. Myles Garrett, Jerry Jeudy. He's in the building early. He's out the building late, studying, so, hopefully he'll eventually get his chance. They have a big test this weekend against Pittsburgh. And Dylan's going to have to do more than throw passes under 10 yards if they expect to beat the Steelers. So
I hope he gets an opportunity. I really do. I think he could definitely benefit from it.
Oh yeah.
Like I've said before, I still don't understand why he's not gotten an opportunity, at least for a minute, in the second half of those games when they're out of it, which seems like fairly regular. What would be hurt? And maybe, I never would wish any player to get hurt,
No,
but
never.
it is the NFL. That's how if Drew Bledsoe doesn't get whacked, maybe Tom Brady sits around as a backup for a couple years and then he goes and sells insurance.
There you go.
So all it takes is that one opportunity. So hopefully, if he gets the opportunity, he makes the best of it. But
And that's what he's going to have to do. He went fifth round, shouldn't have been fifth round. He didn't get any first team, second team snaps in preseason. All that stuff is over with. You're past that. Now it's when you get your opportunity, take full advantage of it.
Absolutely.
And that's same thing with life, man. You get the opportunity, take full advantage of it because nothing's promised. NFL stands for not for long.
Yeah, I feel like that with the car line at school. I mean, when you get that opportunity, you can't wait. Like if somebody hits their brakes for a half a millisecond, buddy, you stick your nose out there.
There you go.
Because otherwise, you're just going to be waiting. Yeah, that's something.
Man, it's tough, But hey, he has the opportunity now. He's sitting. He'll get some first team reps, second team reps, and we'll see what he can do with it. If Dylan goes and balls out, we won't see.
That's it.
But Dylan hasn't shown anything that he's going to ball out. So
yeah, I think if Dylan balls out, I don't think we're going to be the only two that are surprised by that.
No.
I think there's going to be several people, even inside that stadium, that are going to be like,
okay. Didn't see that. And hey, then it's fine. Maybe Stefanski saw something that no one else saw.
I mean, I guess he would have had to have been looking around the lineman.
Yeah. Exactly.
He wouldn't have seen him. He's 5'11".
Man, and that's why he did a lot of rollout, moving the pockets.
Yeah.
Last game because Dylan's 5'10", 5'11", and his shortest offensive lineman is 6'3". So buddy, you're not. You're just. He's supposed to be in that area.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it there.
Yeah. You're just going to a spot. So
yeah. Hoping the guy's there.
Chuck it up and.
Yeah. Send it, write a prayer on it, send it out there, man, because he doesn't see any receiver when he's throwing that thing.
Which I assume is he about the same size as Kyler Murray?
He probably is.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Because I think Kyler's like 5'10", 5'11".
Let's see what Kyler dings the bell at. Yeah, Kyler. Yeah, they're about the same.
Yeah.
Dylan goes 5'11", 205 according to his football card, and Kyler Murray goes 5'10", 207. So.
Yeah, inch apart. Yeah, but Kyler's a whole. Yeah, he's a little different.
It's other intangibles.
Other intangibles in there, and
right. I'm
that Kyler has that Dylan doesn't.
Yeah, I am not. Let me back up. I'm not saying Dylan Gabriel is Kyler Murray. I don't want to come across that way.
Definitely not.
That is not what I meant.
Absolutely.
But yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I think it's always even. That's why for myself, that's why it's nice not being like emotionally attached to an NFL team. So when I watch football on Sundays, I'm just watching. I follow the Michigan players where they go, but I'm just watching football. And I like to see, especially young guys. Like that's why, and I really wish it was any other game. But in a way, and you're not going to think this was as cool as I did, but in a way, to see all those rookies for the Giants.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
No. I thought that was cool. I thought it was cool. I liked Scatterbo when he was in college from Arizona State.
Yes.
I was a little skeptical with Jackson Dart because he was inconsistent in college. Maybe it was the SEC competition. Maybe it just his preparation. Whatever the case may be, he was inconsistent. but to watch them two young guys come out there and they're having fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, which, it's like this is a game, right?
Yeah,
They're getting paid a lot of money, but like they just all look like they were having fun,
yeah,
right? Like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, especially Scoutabooty. I bet that guy is.
Like that's a guy I would love to play with.
Yeah,
Like I would love to. I would love to play with him.
Cam, if you ever in your life, if you hear this video, like we want you on Ball Knowledge Unscripted, just give us 15 minutes and it'll be all good, fun questions. It won't be any of this tight ass.
Yeah, I'll keep all things Eagles out of it, Cam.
Yeah, it'll be light. It'll be fun because I bet that dude is fun.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Just like I bet he's a good time.
So I remember Cam in, like I say, in Arizona State, and another guy that I watch, AJ Green, he went to Arizona State to video Cam. Dude is just like that's not only a guy that I would play ball with, but that's a guy I would hang out with.
Right.
He seems like that kind of guy. You know what I mean? And I like guys like that. Now I don't like that he plays for the Giants, but I do like guys like that.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I think he'd be a good time.
Yeah. Like I would if I had to go through the rookie class, I would want him and Dart on my team.
Yeah.
Because they're playing the game like the game was intended to be played. They're not putting too much pressure on themselves. They're having a good time. Like when you used to play ball in the neighborhood with your friends, man, it wasn't, you know what I mean? Hey, you just have a ball, man. And hey, that's what they're doing. And I really, really like watching that, except when they play my Eagles.
Right. No, that is 100% understandable. I totally get that. So, yeah. So what else is happening? Anything good?
Man, we got a good NFL slate. I mean, college football slate this weekend.
We do.
Got some bangers this weekend, man. Unlike your layout of how the college football season should go with the playoffs, that will have multiple bangers every week.
Yes.
We have a handful this weekend. And it's a good time to be a football fan, man.
I agree. I think I think with college football right now, it's in a state of transition. Right. I don't, as a diehard college football fan, I love college football maybe more than anything. I don't like where it's headed just because I think if you don't really start putting some clamps on it, I think you're going to have some problems. I think they're doing the right thing with the transfer portal window, making it to where there's only going to be one.
Yeah, that was a great thing. That was awesome.
I think, they're trying to come up with this group that's going to, basically look over all NIL agreements and decide if they're on the level. And that's the thing too, right? Like, I'm fully supportive of these kids getting paid.
Yeah, absolutely.
These universities have been making millions of dollars off their backs for years.
Absolutely.
I have no problem with them getting paid. What I don't want it to turn into is where it's the movie Blue Chips.
Yes.
Right, and you give one kid a bag of cash. We gave one kid a tractor. It's like if they're signing up to do something and you're going to pay them for their services, 100%, right? That's what we all do.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
We work every day and normally, and we get paid for going to work.
Absolutely.
As long as it's on the level like that, and it's not, hey, we're going to give John Smith, we're going to give him a bag of cash, $150,000 in cash in a duffel bag, to kind of put him over the top. Well, now that's not.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't do that in the NFL, right? You can be signed to a contract, and that's the thing that's missing from college is contracts. I don't like that you pay all this money for a kid. He comes to your program for 1 year. If he doesn't like the way it's going, he can just roll out.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of that. I think they should be signing. If you're going to have money involved, you've got to have contracts involved.
Yeah.
That's life, right?
Yeah.
These are not. I call them kids. I mean that in a joking way. They're not. They're all grown. They're all adults.
Yep.
And when you enter, and we're not talking 10, 15 grand. Some of these kids are making millions. Some of
millions.
these kids are making more money than some of us will make in a lifetime.
Absolutely.
So, but to me, if you're signing on with that kind of money, as the school or the football program, or even a fan of the football program, I want to know that you're going to be around.
Absolutely.
And we're not paying $5 million to rent you for 1 year. You know? So I think, like I say, it's headed in the right direction. That was a long way around to get to what I think are some absolute banger games too. I love.
So what are you looking forward to this weekend?
I'm excited to see Ohio State play Illinois. I think Ohio State wins. I don't necessarily think it's going to be overly close. But I'm excited to see them play a team with a pulse. They've had a pretty easy go of it, which they can't control. Those games are scheduled way in advance, so they obviously can't control that Texas ended up being fraudulent. That's not on them. But they've played Grambling, Ohio University, Washington, and Minnesota. So even though Texas was ranked, and Ohio State will get credit for beating a top 5 team, which is wild to me, but in my mind, they haven't played a ranked team yet.
Yeah.
A legitimate ranked team. Because anybody that was ranked in week 1 or 2, I don't care. Those are bogus preseason rankings, which don't mean anything to me. So it'll be interesting to see, because if it is close, let's say, they got to go to Illinois. What if it is close, and we just saw Indiana absolutely smack the piss out of Illinois? Yeah. So, fortunately or unfortunately, depending on what team you root for, Indiana doesn't have to play Ohio State this year, but I would assume they would potentially meet up in the postseason.
Yeah.
So
that will be a huge game if Illinois makes that a game or even beats Ohio State.
Yeah.
People are looking at Indiana a whole lot different.
For sure. Yeah, I am personally. They look good. That's the other big game this weekend, Indiana versus Oregon. That's going to be, that to me is the best game on the schedule this weekend.
Yeah, I agree.
Potentially. I think Oregon's very good. I don't know. I'm so bad, and I don't know why, because I'm not necessarily a Indiana fan, but I want them to be legit, right? Like, I want this to be real. I think Cignetti's kind of a doofus. I'm not a huge Kurt Cignetti guy. Google me. I win. Well, you haven't won anything really yet. You've won some games here, but I want them to be good, because I feel like also there's this trend right now where the Big Ten, because even, let's say over the last 15 years or so, there's always this thing, right? Which conference is better, the Big Ten or the SEC? I've always been a Big Ten guy, and I can tell you up until recently, the SEC has always been a better conference.
I agree.
Deeper, tougher, faster. Now I think the equalizer is, which you're going to start to see with the playoffs, the equalizer is those teams got to go up north and play some games at the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
That's the great equalizer. Like, yeah, you guys are faster and all of that, but now you get to go play in Columbus in December.
Yeah. And it's cold.
It's not 68 or 70 degrees. It's going to be 8. But with the teams, Ohio State is good. I think Illinois is still good. Oregon is good. Potentially Indiana is really good. Michigan is still good. They're not the team they were 2 years ago, but they're still good. Penn State, I don't know what to think of that. USC, I think, is still decent. There's a lot of good teams, And I feel like if you can start to make those teams, and that's I think maybe the good side to NIL, is now you do have the potential for some of those lower level teams to jump up and play with the big boys.
Absolutely.
The difference I think is will it be sustainable?
Yeah.
That way. And I don't, in the current model, I don't believe it is sustainable.
And that's the thing with the lower schools, they don't have to win. Because you can have the money to bring the players in, but if you're not winning, they're not going to care about that. They'll take $100,000 less or, whatever and go to a school they're going to win at, a school they're going to get exposure at, and not only build their brand, build their draft stock, but put money in their pocket. So the smaller schools that have to win. And that's why I think this is a big game for Indiana against Oregon this weekend, because you beat Oregon and you make yourself a legit contender. You have this will be your second season in a row where you're ranked in the top 10. So now now you got to sustain it. And I think that's where Indiana's at right now. This game will have a lot of impact of them moving forward. And I believe if they not only win, but go in and, just winning in general, if they go in and dominate that, it'll change the way people looks at that program, and they won't just be a hoop school.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't even know that they have to win. If they do win, that would be huge for them. I don't even know that they have to win. If that's a close game, I mean, it's all the way in Oregon, right? Like, that's a long way to go to play a football game. If it's just fairly, and I say close, like, what if it ends up like the Penn State game, goes into overtime, and maybe Oregon pulls it out in the end? Dude, I'm still looking at Indiana differently.
Yeah, I would too. But people aren't committed to you on moral victories. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? These recruits aren't going to come to your school off. Oh, well, you played Oregon tough. No, Oregon still give you an L, so I'm gonna just go commit to Oregon. So that's why I say I think they have to win it. They'll get more national recognition if it's a good, close game, but I think they'll be moving into the perennial upper echelon of the Big Ten if they could pull this out.
100%. Yeah, winning would definitely do more for them. But see, they're another situation where, I don't think they really have much left on their schedule. I mean, after they're done playing ranked teams after this game. Michigan State, UCLA, Maryland, Penn State, Wisconsin, and Purdue.
So Penn State, where do they play Penn State at? At Penn State or at Indiana?
They go to Penn State.
They'll beat Penn State. Penn State can't win a big game at home.
No, I agree.
So, okay.
But I think that means you can pretty much pencil in 2 Big Ten teams right away, because I think Ohio State's getting in no matter what. They proved that last year.
Yep.
They took a late L from Oregon, and then they got beat by a 6-win team at the end of the season. It didn't matter; they still made it.
Yep.
So that set a precedence that a 2-loss team should have a 2-loss Big Ten team should have no problem getting in. So, and I don't know, even if Indiana were to lose this game at Oregon, I don't see a second loss on their schedule. I mean, the only possibility would be losing to Penn State, and I just don't see that happening. I think that Penn State team, I will be interested to watch them. They play, who they got this week? Are they off this week?
No, is that Penn State?
Yeah. So they got a get right game with Northwestern. So
yeah, that's a perfect get right game.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see how Penn State bounces back, because that loss to UCLA, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I think the only chance they have to get in is running the table, and they got back-to-back games against Ohio State and Indiana. So
yeah, Penn State's done. Penn State's done.
Yeah, we're looking at a 4-loss team there.
Yeah, we're not counting on Penn State to be a part of the playoffs, but they have a chance to be in a New Year's Six Bowl.
For sure.
So maybe they can make. I don't know if the credentials of the Alamo Bowl has changed. I know it used to be Big 12, Pac 12, something like that. Maybe it's changed and they can come to the Alamo Bowl.
Yeah, I know Michigan played in a few Alamo Bowls back in the day, so I don't know what the prerequisites are for those bowl games anymore. I don't know if they've kind of gotten away from that or if it's still I'll have to find that out. As
Yeah,
we get closer to the bowl season, we'll find that out.
another team who has a get right week is Oklahoma. They have the next 2 weeks. They have a chance to just coast through until they get that last gauntlet of their schedule. They got Texas this weekend in the Red River rivalry, man. And, I believe even without Mateer that they can run the boots off of Texas, man, because Texas is not the team that we thought they were.
No, no, Texas has been, I would say, an utter disappointment. I think I never really saw it at any point with Manning, and that's no disrespect to him. I think he was built up in the media,
Yeah, absolutely.
um, and unfortunately, he, he wasn't there. He wasn't going to deliver
Yeah,
on that.
yeah,
And
and
somehow Texas is favored in that game.
yeah, they're actually a 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, I see that.
They're at the State Fair in Dallas. If it wasn't so far away, I would take a ride up there.
Yeah.
But to go 4.5 hours to Dallas is not in my plans for the weekend.
No, no.
But to be 1.5 point favorite, that goes to show what not having Mateer is doing for that Oklahoma team. That's why I say these next 2 weeks, if they can get through these next 2 weeks, they have Texas and they have South Carolina. I don't think they have a bye yet, have they?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Have they had a bye yet?
Uh,
Because their last 5 games of the schedule is, listen to this.
yeah, I'm
Number
looking at it.
4 Ole Miss, 12 Tennessee, 8 Alabama, 14 Missouri, 11 LSU. They're not going to run the table. If they run the table, this will be the greatest coaching
No,
job
yeah.
that
If
they
they run
could.
the table, they'll be the number one team in the country.
Oh yeah, definitely. But this will be the greatest coaching job that their coach have done since he was a defensive coordinator at Clemson.
Yeah. I feel like if he ends this season with 2 losses, wow.
Yeah, because he's still in the playoffs. If so, he has 7 games left. Say he ends that 5-2, right? That means he
10 and
has an
2.
11-2 season. They'll be a top 10 team, and he's going to the playoffs.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, they'd be 10 and 2, but yeah.
I mean, yeah,
10,
10-2.
10 and 2 gets them 100%. Gets them in with that schedule. I mean, but that being said, like I've been saying this for a couple weeks. This Ole Miss team, there's something I would say normally it's like, that's Lane Kiffin, like he always has a team ready to go early in the year and then they
Yeah,
peter out. I don't know, man.
yeah, they've been playing good ball.
I feel
They've been
like this
playing.
Ole
They've
Miss
been
this Ole
playing
Miss
good
team
ball.
is different. But if I'm being honest, and this pains me to say, but I other than Miami, I haven't seen a team yet that I think is going to beat the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I can understand why that pains you.
I say that because, and maybe I'm way off. Maybe when Ohio State plays Illinois, maybe that game is closer than we think, and they're not as good as they look. But man, with those receivers, and if Julian Sand doesn't even have to be great, I mean, Will Howard won a national championship, so I mean, no disrespect to Will Howard, but he's Will Howard. I mean, so it's like with those receivers and with Tate becoming just as good. I mean,
Yeah,
you
who saw
can't
that
double
coming?
team. Yeah, you can't double team 2 receivers.
No,
And if you do, they're going to eat you up.
in the run game.
With underneath tight end passes
Yep.
or the run game, whatever it is. But I just don't. It's one of those things like you don't see it until maybe you see it, and until it happens, And I think too, like I'm being punished, um, maybe for things I've done in my life, because I can't imagine why the football gods would award Ohio State with back-to-back championships.
Hey, well, there's a lot of season left, and you look at it. They have a couple tough tests left the rest of the season. and then you get into the playoffs, is a one game. And we've seen Ryan Day isn't the greatest. You know, he motivated his team last year. They flipped the switch after the Michigan loss, and they went on that run. But you can't bank on that every year, you know. So anything can happen in a one game series, you know.
Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
Attaboy.
What other games you got on there you like?
That Bama Missouri game. I think that's going to be a good game. Bama's ranked, I think 8th. Missouri's ranked, 13th, if I'm not mistaken, 14th. So I think that's going to be a really good game right there. Bama's a 2.5 point favorite. And I just see Ty Simpson because after his slow start, he's played really good ball. I mean, he has 13 touchdowns and 1 interception. So he's playing good ball. But Alabama's going to have to create a run game. If they don't create a run game, I think their leading rusher has like 180 yards. If they don't create a run game, Missouri's going to blow the doors off of them. Because Simpson's going to be under constant pressure. Because Missouri D-line is legit.
Yeah, I'll be curious to see if Hardy is able to run the ball. I have a feeling he won't be able to run the ball quite as well as he has been all year against that Alabama front. Because that's the thing, too. I don't know how I feel about this game. I don't know if because we're getting into that time of year, the whole contender, pretender thing. Looking at Mizzou's schedule they've played so far.
Oh, this is definitely their first test.
Yeah, I mean, they did play South Carolina. They only beat them by 9. Other than that, they played a bunch of
nobody's
lower level competition. So it's kind of hard to say. This is one of those games where for the spread is quite low. I think it was 2.5.
Yeah, 2.5. Yeah.
Yeah, Bama by 2.5. It wouldn't surprise me if Bama goes in there and beats them by 21.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me either. It wouldn't surprise me either. This is one of those games that Kellen DeBoer leash got a little longer after the Georgia game, but you can't lose this game.
No,
you can't lose this game. If you're Kellen DeBoer in the Tide, you have to win this game. You know, now granted, it's at home. I mean, for Missouri, it's at Missouri, so it's a road game in the SEC. But it's not like it's a night game. It's 11 a.m., 12 p.m. kickoff. So there's no excuses. This is like losing to Vanderbilt last year. You cannot lose this game.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of where, with them, beating Vanderbilt last year, I feel like that, because that was, make no mistake, even though Alabama's head and shoulder above Vanderbilt, they went into that game. That shit was in their mind.
Yeah.
Right? Like, hey,
yeah.
Hey, we lost this game last year.
Yep.
This is a must win. This is a game. Do not look past Vanderbilt. And it's kind of the same thing with this week. Like, don't look past any of the. I don't know. This is not Nick Saban's Alabama.
No.
I think they're good. I don't have a problem with them being in the top 10 at all. I think they're a good football team. I think they're getting better. But this is a game before that when Nick Saban was there, it didn't matter. Missouri's 5-6-0. It don't matter. It's Alabama. That's a dub.
Yep. That's a dub.
And now you don't feel that way, right?
No. Yeah, Alabama doesn't carry that aura that they did when Saban was there.
For sure.
And that's what they have to get back. And losing a game like this that's not in the right direction of getting that aura back. So you have to win this game.
Yeah, and if I'm being honest, I think Bama needs to. They need to make a deep run. I really believe that. I don't think that Kalen DeBoer necessarily is in the crosshairs of getting fired, but after Nick Saban, they're not just going to let them become mediocre.
Yeah.
Right?
Like they were before him.
Yeah. So it's like they've got some tough games on their schedule still. They got Tennessee, they got LSU still, they got Oklahoma still, and most likely Mateer, assuming he doesn't get a worse injury or make it worse.
He'll be back.
They've got Oklahoma, but that's really it. So I think it's set up for Alabama to make a run, and I think just them getting to the playoffs will ease the tension.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Right.
Because Alabama fans are like NFL fans, and that's why Alabama the state could never have an NFL team, because you're not going to put Auburn and Alabama fans. They would not root for anything together. So they would never get an NFL team. So, like you said, they would have to make a nice run to calm those pitchforks at the gate.
Yes.
Man, they a rough crowd.
Yeah.
They're a rough crowd. I mean, my Eagles, we beat up Santa Claus. So but they'll probably pin Santa Claus to a daggone cross and burn him like a witch.
Yeah, I've driven through Alabama a few times. And
Yeah.
I keep my windows up.
There you go. I take all sports memorabilia, throw it in the trunk, and I get there and get out.
Yeah, there's places I don't mind flying the maize in blue, but
yeah, that's not one of them.
Yeah, that's not where I want to chance it.
Hey, smart man.
I've seen too many movies. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
I definitely understand that, man. I definitely understand. Nice. But yeah, this is a big one for Alabama. They need this one. They cannot afford to lose this game, especially if Kellen DeBoer wants to keep the cavalry off the gates. So, guys, if you are enjoying this content, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So what else we got, buddy?
Well, other than that, I mean, we don't got to talk about it very long. Maybe just give it its 5 or 10 seconds that it needs. But my boys are going out to the Coliseum.
Okay.
So we'll see what they do out there. I think it would be a good win for them, because they're not getting much love because they don't win pretty, which is fine. That makes no difference to me. But it's an opportunity for them to travel out to the West Coast and get a dub.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And
I think this would have been a better game nationally if USC was still ranked. Sure. The fact that they've fallen out the rankings kind of hurt this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Put it on the B side.
Yeah, I think I couldn't agree more, and which is kind of strange in a way, because USC has, and this is what this is another example why I don't like preseason rankings, because both of those teams are 4-1. USC is favored to win the game. They are 1.5-point favorite. They only lost to Illinois by 2. So it's like, when I'm looking at their both of their schedules, Michigan's wins are against Wisconsin, Nebraska, Central Michigan, and New Mexico. USC's are Illinois. Well, they lost to Illinois. They beat Michigan State, Purdue, and then they did play like whoever that was, Georgia Southern, and they played another.
Okay.
Yeah, the Missouri State Bears.
Yeah. So neither one of them had that signature big time win.
So it's like, I don't know why. And then again, this is why I hate the rankings. But why is Michigan a ranked 15 and USC's not ranked when their schedules
pretty similar?
Yeah, I think USC going to Illinois and only losing by 2 on the road.
That's impressive.
Pretty good. That's a pretty good loss if there is such a thing.
Yeah, especially if Illinois bounce back and keep winning.
Yeah. So I think it's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it. I think Underwood gets a little better every week. I think Justice Haynes is an absolute beast.
I agree.
I don't know why he's not getting any Heisman love, but I do know why. But um, the NCAA hates Michigan, but that's not important. Um, but no, looking forward to a great slate on Saturday. What else we got going on? How are you feeling about the Sunday slate?
Well, after my Eagles crapped the bed last night, I'm not really happy about the Sunday slate. You know, I want to crawl into my nest and cry. But there are some really good games coming on this weekend.
There are definitely some good games.
Yeah, there are some really good games, and two that I have that jumps off the page to me is that Seattle Jacksonville and that San Francisco Tampa Bay game.
Yes,
Those two games jump off the page to me, and I believe they will be the best games of the weekend.
no, I could not agree more. I am kind of loving the Detroit Kansas City game.
Yeah, Sunday night at Kansas City.
Yeah, just because I think, I've got to believe, and knowing Pat Mahomes the way I do, which is not at all, just based on me seeing him on television,
Absolutely.
I got to think it's eating him alive at their situation right now. So I'm, at any point, I feel like Kansas City is going to put it on somebody.
Mm-hmm. It'll be a perfect time to do it.
I hope it's next week, just because I, got a soft spot for the Detroit Lions maybe a little bit. There's Baker Mayfield's going to be a baller.
Yeah,
because he always does.
He's my MVP front runner, by the way. I think I've said this 3, 4, 5, 6 times, maybe 6, 7 times. But he's my front runner, and I believe if he keeps up at the pace that he's going to get his first MVP.
I think they're going to have to put some respect on his name, is what
Yeah.
it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
But let's have a little fun.
Let's do it.
Let's run through these games and let's make some picks.
All right. Well, I'm already 0-1, so can't get any worse.
Hell, I am too.
All right. So we're in the same boat. Okay. All right.
I had Philly, so we've got Denver at the Jets.
I'm gonna go out on a limb on this one, and I'm gonna pick Denver.
Yes, I agree with you. I think it's the Jets, and although I must say I'm really happy that when we wake up Sunday morning, get a cup of coffee, maybe a couple strips of bacon.
There you go.
I'll be able to flip on the old TV and there'll be football from London.
There you go. Hey, good morning from across the pond.
There it is, sir. I'm like, man, I can't believe that many people got up this early over there to watch this game.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Actually, we should do that one day, man. One season, we should take a flight, wherever it is. Got to pick a good game. And fly over and watch the game in overseas, man. That'd be pretty sweet.
That would be fun.
That would be pretty sweet.
That would be, especially because from what I hear, I've never been, but I hear like the fans over there are like
different.
Yeah, like they just because none of them have like an emotional attachment to a team because they're all visiting teams, but they just love to watch football, and I guess it's almost like watching like a wrestling match.
Yeah.
Like they're just cheering for somebody to come off the top rope. They don't really care who it is.
Yeah. Like you have guys that be in the stands or games, and you'll see people in the stands with all different kind of jerseys on. Yeah. It could be a daggone a Dolphins game, and you'll have Cleveland jerseys and Denver jerseys and Chief jerseys. It's like, I saw it in the gift shop, so I just went on and snatched it up.
Yeah, it's like going to a minor league baseball game. Have you been to a Missions game?
I have not.
I mean, there's a few Missions jerseys, but you'll see like people. It's like, I'm going to a ball game, so I'll put on a baseball jersey, right? And so it's like, somebody coming in there, they got Mariners shit on, they got like. I saw one guy like I kind of threw me back because I'm like, this guy's got a Reds hat on. Like you had a San Antonio Missions game and you got a Reds hat. Okay, cool.
Hey, whatever floats your boat, man. But we got to put that on the bucket list, man.
For sure.
All right.
Who we got? Who we got? Arizona going to Indy.
Ooh, that's going to be a good game, but I'm going to go with Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones. I'm with
Yeah,
you
I'm
there.
going with Indiana Jones. I've been liking the way he's looking.
I don't think Kyler and the boys are going to be able to handle that. They're hot right now. Um, the Colts, they're doing something. Nobody can figure out how or why they're doing what they're doing, but
It's the
they're
new
doing
owner,
something.
man. It's the new owner.
You know
She's,
what?
hey, let's go do your job.
When I first saw that, I probably had some misogynistic thoughts,
Maybe.
right? But the more that has went on, I
Yeah.
thought, man, hats off to you,
Hey,
man.
more people should do it.
Yeah, like what is she doing? Like, and I heard so many people talking about it, like, oh, well, she probably don't know ball, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, at the end of the day, she's running a business.
And that's what it is.
And
She doesn't
hats off
have
to
to know
you.
ball.
Right. And hats off to you if you're going out there and holding people accountable that you signed their check.
There you go.
Like, if more companies did that, customer service wouldn't be dead, right?
Come on.
So, but
Come
now
on.
I'm like, hey, you do you, boo.
That's the secret sauce right there. If
Absolutely.
anybody that needed to know, the secret sauce behind Danny Dimes and the Colts is the new owner.
That's it. Yeah, good for her.
That's it. Ursay picked a good one to follow him up.
That's right.
R.I.P.
Let's see. Who do we got? We got the Chargers
Mm,
visiting the Dolphins in Miami.
Chargers, and so weather won't matter because they're both hot. So you know what? Give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers.
Justin Herbert. Right now, I'm with you. Right now, I'm down with that. We got New England going to New Orleans.
I'm gonna take the Pack.
I
Yep,
will as well.
I'm gonna take the Pack.
I don't think Rattler's got it going on just yet.
Nah, you got a lucky one against the Giants, but that luck's gonna run out.
Yeah. Next would be 5'11" Dylan Gabriel is
Mm-hmm.
going to lead the Browns into Pittsburgh to take on another. Even though Cleveland just got rid of an old man, to take on another old man in Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I'm
How do you
gonna
feel about that?
say that Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna give a people elbow to the Browns.
Yeah, I
I
think.
don't see this going out any other way, but Pittsburgh running away with this one.
No, I think Aaron Rodgers takes his walker and they walk all over that Cleveland team. It's not going on there. That's not good. So we got the Cowboys of Dallas, who I know you are not fond of. They're going to Carolina.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, let's see. Now, the fan in me, I'm gonna say Carolina because I hate all things Dallas.
For sure.
But then the guy who knows ball.
Sense will come over.
Yes, and I have to choose the Cowboys.
Okay. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with being right.
But in this case, I hope I'm wrong.
But yeah, I feel like that too. Like
Yeah.
if it's a team, if it's that one team that you know of, if it means losing, if they lose, I'll pay it.
Yeah.
This is one of the bangers. Seattle going to Jacksonville.
Ooh, yeah. And this is a 12 p.m. kickoff in Jacksonville. Seattle's used to misting all over them. They're going down to that Jacksonville heat. So I'm going to take Sunshine in the Jags.
Jacksonville. I am doing the same because I feel like right now that was a huge win for them last week.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That win against the Chiefs was huge.
Potentially a back-to-back defensive player of the month might be coming there. I know that guy's everywhere. He's all over the place.
Everywhere doing everything. I think he has a turnover in every game this season.
Yeah, he's incredible. I mean, I think when we talked before, brought up old boy from Pittsburgh, Palomalu, like just in the sense that he's all over the place.
Yeah,
Like
he's everywhere.
if they're running the ball, he seems to be there. If
Yep.
it's a deep ball, he's there.
Yep.
Like he's just, it's kind of weird, like those shampoo commercials.
Yeah, it was cool. Travis Hunter's coming into his own.
Yeah.
Sure.
If
you look at the PFF, he's top 5 on the defensive side and the offensive side.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that one catch, my goodness. I mean, there's no question he's a tremendous athlete.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I think as he goes on and he's on that professional workout and regimen, he's gonna gain some more body mass. He's gonna gain some more muscle. Like he might end up being a legit problem.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because they're already not really challenged. They throw it over there every once in a while to make sure he's paying attention, but no one's targeting him. And I think that's smart because his ball skills are ridiculous.
Yeah, he's good. He is very good. Who else we got? We got the Rams of Los Angeles going to a Lamar Jackson-less, I think.
Yep.
Ravens.
He's been ruled out, and because he's not there, I'm going with the Rams.
I am too. So far, we have yet to disagree on one. I just think it's that kind of week.
Yeah, I agree.
Tennessee at Vegas.
Well, see, I don't trust either one of these teams.
I don't either.
So this is that toss-up game.
This is a tie.
Yeah. But I'm going to go with the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Raiders. Because I trust them more than I trust the Titans.
I don't trust either one of them. I think this is going to end up being a 13-13 tie. So just for fun, I'm going to take Cam Ward.
Okay.
And the
if this ends up in a 13-13 tie, right, I'm coming to your house.
Yeah.
I'm going to get the lottery numbers.
Right.
And I'm going straight to the store and I'm going to play the lottery.
Yeah. It's that would be something, wouldn't it?
That would be hilarious.
Yeah. Cincinnati.
Oh, Uncle Joe.
Uncle Joe is in town.
That's right.
But they're in town long enough to get on the bus and head to Green Bay.
Hey, well, Uncle Joe already beat Green Bay once this year.
He did.
So part of me wants to go with Uncle Joe, but I'm not. And here's why. Cincinnati doesn't have Cleveland offensive line. Cincinnati doesn't have Cleveland run game. Cincinnati doesn't have Cleveland defense. And because of that, I'm taking Jordan Love and the Packers.
I believe that's where the money's at. I agree with you. I don't think there's no reason to believe that even with Joseph Flacco there that they will really, I don't even think they will really give them a game.
Yeah.
The Green Bay's a 14.5 point favorite. That is a mile in the NFL.
And they're at home. So.
Yeah. I just hope that Joe Flacco gets through it unscathed.
Possibly not, but we'll see.
So another good afternoon game. San Fran going to Tampa.
That's right.
I know where you're headed here, but
I'm going with my MVP.
That's right. I'm with you there.
Baker Buckets.
I think Baker is he's on one right now, man.
Yeah, he's on a tear right now. Him and the Mecca, man, they're clicking, man. And what's scary is they're playing such good ball, and Grandpa Mike ain't even out there.
No. Yeah.
Grandpa Mike ain't out there, and they're playing good ball. So just imagine when he comes back. You're not going to be able to send that safety over top of a Mecca because Grandpa Mike going to put some work in on you. And if you go over that side, a Mecca going to put work on you. So I like Tampa Bay right now, and I like them a lot.
Yeah, especially because I do think this could be a close game. And I have no stats to back this up at all, but I like Baker Mayfield in a close game.
Yeah, give me both.
I feel like he's going to make a play. He's going to, he's going to dive head first again for that 3rd and 7. Might kill himself, but he might get the first down.
Hey, either way, he's going to make it. It's going to be entertaining.
Either way, it's going to be entertaining. He's going to get ratings.
There you go. Either way.
Detroit at Kansas City.
Sunday night football.
Sunday night football.
Now, this one is a tough one. This one is almost as tough as that Titans Raiders game.
Yes, but for the opposite reasons.
But for the opposite reasons, exactly.
Yes.
I'm going to go with Kansas City.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Kansas City at home because I think last week, after taking that loss to Jacksonville, they're going to come out with a vengeance. They have to. They have to. If they don't come out and win this game, they're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I mean, the Chiefs are sitting at what 2-3.
2-3. Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, the money says there's no way they drop to 2-4, right? Like, but I got a feeling that old Pat's gonna get a mouthful of Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's gonna be. I think he's bringing the house.
Hey, shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, who has been appointed as my favorite player that's not an Eagle.
Yeah.
After I saw that military commercial he has,
yes,
he became my favorite player. And Aiden, if you're watching, I would love a signed Detroit Lions jersey, and I will hang it up in the Ball Knowledge Studios.
That guy, after his performance against Ohio State his last year at Michigan, he's one of those guys. Even though they didn't win the championship till after he left, he's always going to be like one of those special guys. That, I mean, just his energy. Oh yeah. I love the guy.
He's a stud. Like literally after watching that commercial, I went back and watched film of him, and like this dude is different. This dude is different.
That's why last year, man, if he doesn't get hurt last year,
he's defensive player of the year.
Wow,
he's defensive player of the year if he doesn't get hurt last year.
Something else. So those are all the Sunday games.
Oh, we got a doubleheader on Monday.
So we got 2 free football.
There you go. Yeah, the double-headed monster.
So we've got Buffalo at Atlanta.
Yep. So the fan in me, I'm going to go with Buffalo. The fantasy guy in me has Josh Allen, so I'm going with Buffalo. And the ball knowledge guy in me is going with Buffalo. So this is a clean sweep. I'm going with Buffalo. Yeah.
I have Bijan Robinson, and
I do as well.
My running back situation this year has been, no offense, not good.
Yeah, no, none taken.
So I need someone to pick up the slack left by Kevin Patullo.
Yeah. Oh no, I still want Bijan to have a huge game because he's my running back as well. So I still want him to have a huge game. But I believe Buffalo's going to run away.
I need Bijan to get like 22 carries for like 157, couple tutties.
And then that's very possible.
That'd be nice.
That's very possible because if you're looking at Buffalo's run defense, they're giving up over 100 yards a game.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
So it's very, very possible.
I need a big game out of him. And my old man is a big Buffalo fan, so I'm always rooting for them. So hopefully they can get that together. Shouldn't be too big of an ask.
No, not at all.
And then I believe this is an intriguing game. This last one, Chicago at Washington.
Ooh, battle of first and second pick from 2 years ago. Let's see. I am going to go with Caleb and the Bears.
That's what I picked.
I'm going Caleb and the Bears only because the last time they played, Jaden Daniels beat them with a Hail Mary. And Caleb has to assert himself as the best quarterback of that class, so he has to win this game. Jaden Daniels cannot go up 2-0 on him.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think, and two, I don't know. When you've had an injury, I think, and you miss time, I think it takes a week or two, right?
No, absolutely.
Back into the flow. I I think sometimes it can make you play different because
Yep.
you're worried.
I
Right?
agree. Yep.
And I think Chicago is on the cusp of, and stay with me on this one. I think Chicago is on the cusp of becoming like a C team. You know, like they've been a bottom feeder.
I can see that.
I feel like they're on the cusp of like getting to that next level. They're not going to win anything. I'm not saying that, but I just feel like they've got some pieces. Right? They shouldn't be that bad, realistically,
Yeah.
not on offense anyway. So yeah, I like Chicago there. So we really only have a couple different. I mean, we're pretty much the same except for the Tennessee Vegas game and the Detroit Kansas City game.
Okay.
So we'll keep track of this as we go along at the end of the year. And hey, if you beat me, I will buy you a steak dinner.
Ho ho ho!
Yeah. Yep.
Where from? Where from?
Where would you like it from?
Don't
go crazy.
Don't go crazy. Okay. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll let you choose. Actually, no. I want you to cook it.
Oh, I'll have you here at the ranch.
Yeah.
Bring you down to the ranch.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I'll whip you up a ribeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take a ribeye on the grill at the ranch.
Yep, I can do that.
And then if you win, wherever you want to go, or you can come to the crib.
Well, I know if I win, I want a big fat ass Philly cheesesteak.
Too easy.
That's what I want.
Too easy.
With the peppers and the onions and all the the grease, the big ass bun.
I got you.
That's what I want.
I got you. Too easy. Right. Now, to close this out, I have to challenge your ball knowledge, buddy. All right? So for you guys that don't know, we had a different episode up, and Jason torched my trivia question. So let's see if I can redeem myself, because he is up. Actually, 2-0, because I got his wrong. All right. Which 4 teams have never made it to the Super Bowl?
Which 4 teams have never made it to the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
Yep, you heard.
Sound like a spelling bee participant. Am I hearing the terminology correctly?
You are hearing it correctly, and I will use it in a sentence if you need me to.
So we're not talking about NFL championships.
Nope.
We're talking about Super Bowls. Well,
Super Bowls.
One is the Browns.
One would be the Browns. That's correct.
The Browns have not been to a Super Bowl.
They have not.
Jacksonville.
That is 2.
Has not been to a Super Bowl. The Cardinals? How many misses did I get?
You get 1 miss, Jason.
I only get
okay,
one.
All right, you go. Okay, you get one more try. One more try.
All right.
You got 2 of the 4 teams. So since you have 2 teams left, you get 2 misses. You have 1 left.
All right.
You got to remember, Arizona went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers. That's when James Harrison had that 100-yard interception return.
Yes.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
I hate Larry Fitzgerald. Couldn't get one.
So this is more of a question because it doesn't matter if the franchise is moved, right? You're just talking about where the franchise is right now. And the team name they have right now. Then Houston is one.
Houston is one. That's correct.
Houston is one.
So you have one more team. 1 strike, 1 pitch. Here we go. Coming down the barrel.
I think I know who it is, but I'm trying to run back in my brain.
I believe in you, Jason.
I think I know it.
Mama always said, you think long, you think wrong.
Study long, study wrong. Let me just run through them real quick.
No, the one you thinking they played at Super Bowl 7. I don't know. I'm just I'm trying to throw you off.
Come on, man. I'm like Super Bowl 7. All right, I'm going to fire this out there, and I'm probably forgetting somebody. Does it start with a D?
Nope, I'm not answering it. You don't have any more questions. You don't have any questions. You just have to answer it.
I am going to go with the Detroit Lions.
Survey says he got it right.
Shoot.
Oh, that man knows ball.
I was trying to go back in my brain, like, I can't believe I forgot the Cardinals Super Bowl, though.
Yeah. Hey, well, like, comment, subscribe, share, and we'll be back with y'all with another banger on Monday. Buddy, it was a good one.
100. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.